The shiur is dedicated Lezecha Nishmas, Leilu Nishmas, Rachaleya Basav Chaim Tzvi. We have been studying in Sefer Yirmiyahu, Prakim Chav Zayin and Chav Ches, and there's one issue that I would like to address. I have not addressed it directly yet, and elements of it I found both of these Prakim in Chav Zayin and Chav Ches. As we saw in the beginning of Perek Chav Zayin, Yirmiyahu Navi is told to go ahead and take Moseros and Motos and place them on his neck. We refer to the Ramban in Parshat Lech Lecha that Simanim Milsahi. There are Simanim that a Navi is told to go ahead and do certain concrete, engage in certain concrete activity, certain concrete actions, and these concrete actions are symbolic of that which is going to happen, namely that there's a yoke that Klal Yisrael is going to have to accept upon themselves, the yoke of Nebuchadnezzar, Melech Bavel. He's going to be given the ability to be sovereign. Of course, it's only going to be for a period of time, a fair number of decades, but we have to accept that sovereignty. And not only do we have to accept it, but the Goyim Dumas Ha'olam had to accept it as well. And even though they're on the Nevi'im Sheker, who rely on Kosmin, rely on necromancy, and other such types, and who indicate otherwise, they're not going to subordinate themselves to Melech Bavel. They are Nevi'im Sheker. And those Nevi'im are going to Chas v'Shalom be responsible for, God forbid, driving us out of Eretz Yisrael. And therefore, this is what Tzidkiyahu HaMelech, and this is what Yirmiyahu in effect is indicating very clearly. Don't listen to Nevi'im Sheker. They are not shluchim of Hashem Yisbarach. And again, in that context, the Navi writes in Perek Chav Zayin, Pasuk Tes Zayin, the following. Let's look back at Chav Zayin Tes Zayin. Be'lakohanim el kolam hazeh dibarti leimor, kol amar Hashem, al tishmu al divrei nevi'echem, hanivim lachem. Don't listen to those Nevi'im who are telling you, Hinei klei beis Hashem mushavim mi bavela ata meira. The clay, the keilim of the Beit Hamikdash that were taken from the Mikdash and brought to Babel are going to be returned quickly. This is of course what Nevi'im Sheker indicated. These are the keilim, as Rashi says, that went into Golus with Shechina. Ki sheker heim manibim lachem. This is absolute false Nevuah. Pasuk Zayin. Al tishmu aleihem ibdu es melech bavel v'chyu. If you subordinate yourself, then you will live. Lama siya ayir azon scharba. And Pasuk Ches indicates v'im neviim heim. If they are neviim, v'im yesh dvar Hashem itam. If they're zolchet to dvar Hashem, yivgu nav Hashem tzvakos levilti vo keilim anusarim b'veis Hashem b'veis melech Yehuda v'Yushalayim bavela. So if their nevuah is authentic, let him ask Hashem Yisbarach that the keilim that are left, the remaining keilim, should not be taken to Bavel. If they are Nevi'im who are emissaries of Hashem Yisbarach. And the Navi continues and tells us in Pasuk Yutes of Perek Chav Zayin, Kicho amar Hashem tzvakos el amudim el hayom el mechonos v'al yesu hakeilim anoson b'razos, the keilim that remain in the city of Yerushalayim asher lo lekacham Nebuchadnezzar Melech Bavel baglosu Shechina ben Yoyakim melech Yehuda Yerushalayim babela v'eskolchara Yehuda Yerushalayim. These keilim were not taken. Kicho amar Hashem tzvakos elokei Yisrael al hakeilim anoson beis Hashem beis melech Yehuda Yerushalayim, because Hashem Yisbarach is saying even on those keilim that remain who were not taken initially, Bavel Yuvo, B'Shama Yiyu. Those keilim are going to be taken to Bavel, and they can remain in Bavel ad Yom Pokti Yisam Num Hashem, till Hashem Yisbarach, till the day of Pekida, the day Hashem Yisbarach will remember. Va'alisim va'ashivaisim el hamakom hazeh. Then they'll once again be restored and be brought back to this place. And again in Perek Chav Ches that we learned in last year, the Navi begins in a similar kind of fashion. First we have the appearance of Channania ben Azor, the Navi Sheker, par excellence, and he indicates the very opposite of Yirmiyahu Navi. Shavarti es ol melech Bavel. He writes in Pasuk Beis, he broke the yoke of the Melech of Bavel, and he writes in Pasuk Gimel, Yirmiyahu says, again, the name of Channania ben Azor, the Navi Sheker, Bot Shnasayim Yomim Ani Meisher L'Makom Hazeh Kol Klei Beis Hashem. In 2 years I'm going to restore all the keilim that were taken by Nebuchadnezzar and brought to Bavel. And as well, Pasuk Dalet indicates, V'yesichanya ben Yokim Melech Yehuda v'eskol Golos Yehuda aboim Bavela Ani Meisher L'Makom Hazeh Num Hashem Ki Esh Boris Ol Melech Bavel. In 2 years that the yoke that Hashem is Baruch subjected you to the yoke of Melech Bavel, that's going to be broken. And of course, Yirmiyahu Hanavi indicates that Halavai you should be correct, and we discussed the Rambam and the Gemara, that there's a distinction between the Nevuah L'Tov and the Nevuah L'Ra, and the Nevuah